How y'all doing? I'm Joshua Wiley, and I was doing my little morning calisthenics, and so a thought hit me, and I was like, I gotta share. You know what I mean? I wanted to answer a question and tell some people, you're right. I had a lot of people when I was going through my little depression, no excuses. When the old Josh, when I allowed the old Josh to come out, you know what I'm saying? The one who been locked up 24 times, all that nonsense, living foolish, threw away most of my life. You know what I'm saying? The one who I said, I'm not really built for social media, but I do it. And I do things like this because this is what God tells me to do. And it is healing and refreshing. But, when I was going through some things, and especially on Facebook, I had a lot of people always tell me, especially certain pastor friends of mine, they would say, Josh, you know, how dare you just throw away your image and be so open and transparent with certain things. I'm talking about family, friends, ex-church members. They were basically saying like, how dare you, Josh, just throw away your image and things of that nature. Everybody wrestles with stuff. Everybody goes through things. You don't have to be a certain way. You don't have to let everybody know everything online. And you're right. How dare I treat you like I treated God? What I'm saying, beloved, is I forced God, I couldn't hide the ugliness in my heart, the ugliness in my spirit. Some people put people on pedestals, and I always tell people, don't put nobody on no pedestal. The only person that you should put on a pedestal is God. You know what I'm saying? We all have faults, flaws, and people would meet me at a certain point in my life, and I could tell them, hey, I was that little demon child. I grew up this and that, and I've been to prison and jail, spent over a quarter of my life in a cage, and it was even put in another cage when I was in lockup. They put me on a 23-hour lockdown for almost a year because of my temper and because of my hands. I'm out training now. I've learned to channel my energy, and I love working out. I used to train so much. My old heads used to tell me, Josh, you don't even give your body time to recuperate, but they couldn't understand my energy level is so high. I'm always training, working out, but I've tried to give my body time to recuperate now. But anyway, you're right. It's like, how dare I treat you like I treated God? And what I mean is, I forced God to see all the ugliness in my heart, all the ugliness in my life, and and what I is, if I'm forcing God to see all these things, who am I, or who are you, that I should treat you better than I treated him? Oh, let me hide this from sister so and such, or let me hide this sin from brother so and such, because I don't want them to think nothing bad about me. But yet and still, God sees everything. So you got to understand with me, beloved, I'm not. I know certain elders and pastors who are personal friends of mine who do certain dirt, who have done certain dirt, and they hide it from everybody. You know what I'm saying? They hide it from everybody, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't be ugly in my heart, ugly in my spirit, force my guardian angel and God to see all this wickedness in my life. But because I respect you and love you, I'm gonna put on a good, happy face and a good image. And I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm just saying to those who said, Josh, how dare I? I'm just answering your question. And I'm saying you're right. How dare I treat you as if you're better than God? How dare my guardian angel see me watch the porn, see me get drunk, see me get high, see me commit adultery, see me call people I shouldn't, see me text people I shouldn't, but then I get online and I put on a good old image and persona for you. How dare I? How dare I? How dare I treat you? Treat you when you're ready. Look, I'm supposed to be walking. Treat you when you're ready to just cancel me over any sin, any darkness you see in me. How dare I treat you with more respect and love than I treated he who said, I'll never let you go. He who comforted me in the midst of my dirt and my boo-boo. I'm standing in filth, in dung, in manure. I'm standing in manure. I'm breathing in manure. And he loved me. You're right. How dare I treat you better than I treat him? Please, beloved. I'm being all sincere and all sincerity of the heart, all earnestness of my mind and my soul. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it because I was hurting my best friend. I was hurting my best friend. And I'm like, how dare I treat you better than I treat him? If I'm forcing my best friend to see my hate and my anger, when I'm thinking evil thoughts about hurting somebody over slick comments on Facebook. Yes, beloved, I knock on people's doors in the ugliness of my heart. In the 2.5 years of my depression, 2 different people said something, a comment to me on Facebook, and well, what are we gonna do? You know, because I was a firm believer and still now, don't say stuff to people you're not gonna say in real life while you're comfortable behind your keyboard. But beloved, that's beside the point, because I was wrong. I was wrong as I deal with letting stuff go and learning not to handle everything and things of that nature. But for the people who unfriended me, stopped following me, no longer mess with Josh and said, how dare I show the ugliness of myself to the world? No, how dare I allow God to see that ugliness in me and then put you on a pedestal over him and put on a smiley face and a beautiful heart and act like I have a beautiful heart and put on a smiley face and this perfect image for you. No, how dare I treat my best friend who, like I was saying, I'm standing in manure on my life and my dirt and my anger and my hate. And he said, Josh, I love you and I'm not leaving you. And he came in with that manure with me, stood next to me, held me, kissed me, loved me. How dare I treat you better than I was treating him? I'm sorry, beloved. So I'm apologizing because I'm sorry. You are not worth more to me than he is. And if I was hurting him, I'm sorry if I hurt you. But how dare I put you on a pedestal above him? I see a lot of people put on this image and this persona for the world, but they're forcing God to see all the ugliness in their heart. It's as if they're saying the world means more. They care more about what the world sees, what their family sees, what the church member sees, what everybody on Facebook sees, what they see on Instagram, what they see online. They care more about what other people see and have no thoughts about what God sees. You're right. How dare I treat you like I was treating God? How dare I show you the ugliness in my heart like I forced him to see? Beloved, that's my best friend. And I couldn't help it. As I stand and I wanted to be genuine with him, I stand as I want to be genuine with everybody else. Nobody will ever have to question where Josh is at and where my heart and where my love lies. For I try to be transparent as much as possible. Why? Because he sees everything. And if you know anything about my life, he's truly, for most of my life, until I had my children, he was truly all that only ever mattered. He was truly all that only ever mattered. And if I'm living horrible, ugly, wicked, how dare I treat the world and people in it as if they're more important than he is? Beloved, there's something about God when you become transparent and genuine with God. There's something about his arms of love and mercy. There's just something about that man named Jesus and what he does how he releases you from your chains and your bonds. When you say, you know what, Lord, I care more about what you see in me than what other people see in me. When you reach that point, I'm telling you, there's a peace that truly passes all understanding. He's beyond words. So as I was, you know, doing my little morning calisthenics, getting my old man stretch on, the thoughts kept running through my head of all the people who unfriended me, left me, abandoned me because they saw the real Josh. And I said, and they was like, Josh, how dare, for real, a couple of them said, Josh, how dare you? Well, I'm not sorry at all, because how dare I treat you better than I was treating him? How dare I? Y'all have a good one. Take care.